Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chat Room TV with King Lord. And of course, I'm your wonderful host today. I'm very excited to be here, and I want to thank him for the opportunity as well to host an important and exciting and interesting. On the panel with me today is an amazing person, and he's not only my friend, but he's my pastor and he's my shepherd and he's my prophet. And I'm so honored to speak to him today. So you're welcome, Pastor Michael or
Thank you
Prophet
very much.
Michael.
Thank you very, very much. God bless you.
You're
I want to
looking good.
thank you. I want to thank you for the opportunity and also King Lord for the opportunity as well to be able to minister on this platform. Thank you.
Wow. So, like I said, audience, I want you to watch this video to the end because we are going to talk to you about exciting truth. We are going to delve into the mystery of the prophetic. Have you ever wondered what the prophetic is? Who is a prophet? What it means to see in the realms of the supernatural? Do you also desire the prophetic? Then stay tuned because this video is just for you. So let's start right in. Pastor Michael. I like Pastor Michael. What do you think? He likes Prophet Michael. I think I like Pastor Michael and Prophet Michael as well. So I want to find out, at what point did you realize that God had called you into the, should I say, office of a prophet or ministry of a prophet?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. There are people who are born. They are born into the prophetic office. Someone like Jeremiah. The Bible says in Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5 to 6, the Bible said, Before I conceived you, I knew you, and I ordained you to be a prophet. So there are people when they were born in their parents' womb, they were already born prophets.
Yeah.
There were other people too, like Amos. The Bible says that Amos was a farmer. In Amos chapter 7, verse 14, the Bible says that Amos said that I was not a prophet, but I I was a farmer, and then God called me. So he was doing business, and
Okay.
then God called him into the prophetic
Wow.
office. And there are people like Elisha. They had to serve. They served a prophet, then they became a prophet themselves. So there are different types of callings into the prophetic office. And I believe that I was not born. I don't think I was born to be a prophet. Yeah, I received a calling later in my life, and and by God's training, um, I'm getting there. I'm
Wow.
not there exactly, but I'm getting there by God's grace. So that is what I would say. And thank you.
All right. So, taking from the scenarios that you have given from Jeremiah, Amos, and then Elisha, what do you think the title of a prophet is?
Okay, so a prophet is someone who is called by God,
Mhm.
who is trained by God, who is sent by God
Yeah.
to be God's spokesman
Wow.
on the earth. So a prophet is someone called by God, trained by God,
Yeah.
sent by
By
God,
God.
and then to be God's spokesman.
Okay.
So it's a training. One must go through that training. You know, Jesus for 30 years was hidden.
Wow.
And in that 30 years, God trained him.
Yeah.
God had to train him in many ways in the scriptures, in a whole lot of. So you just can't get up because you see vision means you're a
Oh.
prophet. No,
Okay.
it's a training. One must go through the training. One must be called. One must be sent. Man must be sent as a prophet and a spokesman. Now there are two types. There's a prophet of God and there's a prophet of men.
Okay.
In Exodus 7 verse 1, the Bible said that God said that I have made you Moses, a god, a god unto Pharaoh.
Okay.
So Aaron's prophet was Moses.
Aaron's prophet was Moses. Wow.
Yes, Aaron's prophet was Moses.
Mhm.
Moses was a prophet of God. So God speaks to Moses, and Moses relays the information to Aaron.
Aaron.
Then Aaron speaks to the people.
So in this case, who is a prophet? Is it Moses or Aaron?
So Moses is a prophet of the Lord.
And Aaron is a prophet
Prophet
of
of
men.
of
Men.
Moses.
Wow.
Yes. So a prophet is someone who is called by God, sent by God, trained by God as God's spokesperson. God's spoke. So it's like if you go to a wedding and you need an MC or you want someone to do something, it's the MC you call to communicate to the people.
Very true.
So that's who like a prophet is. He declares God's mind. He speaks the mind of God. He says what God has called and said he should do.
Okay, so notwithstanding, do you think everybody is called to be a prophet? Because when you look at also in the book of First Corinthians chapter 14, where Paul was talking about one thing about my man of God, Pastor Mike, is that he's full of scriptures, and as you continue watching this video, you realize that he can put thousand scriptures. But so going back to First Corinthians chapter 14, when Paul was talking about speaking in tongues and then prophecy, one of the things that Paul highlights was that I desire that you all prophesy. So, and then you are saying that, okay, a prophet is the spokesperson of God. He is called and sent, and not everybody is called. Is it not contradicting what Paul said that I desire that everyone must prophesy? If so, what's the difference between these two statements?
Okay, thank you so much for your question. So there are three types of the prophetic or the prophet um, calling ministry. So there is one, the gift,
Okay.
the gift of prophecy.
Okay.
There is the ministry of the prophet, and there is the office.
Okay.
So what I spoke earlier about was the office of a prophet.
Okay.
The office. And that office, no one, you can't just be there. No, no. Like God doesn't just, or you can't just wake up and say you are there. No, no. It's you need to go through God's school of prophets.
Yeah.
You need to go through God's school of prophets. So when you go through God's school of prophets,
Yeah.
then God can say that He has called you to be one of His spokesman.
Okay.
So there's the gift. So what you are speaking about in First Corinthians 14 is the gift of prophecy.
Okay.
That gift of prophecy is to foretell future events. And most of the times it comes by inspiration when one is inspired to speak about the mind of God. So that there's the gift of prophecy. It foretells future events. It tells you, it inspires you to speak. You see, even preaching can be prophecy.
Yeah.
But as far as someone is being inspired to speak by the Spirit, it's prophecy. So what you are speaking about is the gifts, and the gift of prophecy is not the office of the prophet. Just that if somebody is in the office of the prophet, automatically the person will have the gift of prophecy and the other elements that contribute. So if you want to know that someone is a prophet, the fathers of old says that there are 3 or 4 giftings. It's called the revelational gifts. It's the word of wisdom, the word of knowledge, the discerning of spirit, and the gift of prophecy. These 4 gifts must be at work in your life.
In order to be a prophet.
In other years to be an accurate prophet, these giftings, because the gifts are like tools that the prophet uses for his work. You see, the carpenter needs a hammer and a hacksaw and nails to be able to do his work. The same way the prophet also has tools, and the tools of the prophet are the gift of prophecy, the word of wisdom. The word of wisdom is to see future events, okay, and to also speak the wisdom of God that is solution oriented. That's the gift of word of wisdom. And the gift of word of knowledge, I call it the detailed gifts.
Okay.
It's the ability to know what you ate yesterday, what you ate today, where you are going tomorrow. The very details, where you stay.
To know things.
To know things. They are the details. That's the word of knowledge. The discerning of spirit is to know spirits.
Distinguish spirit.
To know the kind of spirit you are dealing with.
Okay.
And also to be able to see clearly in the spirit realm. Yeah, you need the gift of discerning of spirits. And you know, some people, they see visions only black and white. Yeah. So the gift of discerning of spirits makes you see clearly.
Okay.
And to see very deep into the spirit. And the gift of prophecy to foretell future events and to speak the mind of God. Yeah.
Wow. I want you to know that we've just gotten started in the conversation. As you watch through, you understand how we can decode information from the spirit realm. You know, one of the things that my man of God has already stated is that for you to be called into the office of the prophet, which we have identified that there's a gift of prophecy, there's a ministry of the prophet, and there's the office of the prophet. For you to be called into the realm of the office of the prophet, you must walk in these four revelational gifts, which is the word of wisdom, the word of knowledge, discerning of spirits, and then prophecy itself.
So I can see you, but in the realms of the spirit, I might not see you. I might see a code. So you're asking me, how do we interpret these things? So there's the seeing side, there's the interpretation side, and there is the speaking side.